All right, for Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osei Mensah man na okanfo bebrebe no. Wakotena Asaasepa FM din sebia tudwa. As you all know, a old jandam ways na inti yenkoti yensempoti ya ode ya tudwa. Na yem breaking it down in free.
Yare a Mahama ho de Ghana for.
Yare be no no.
Oh, so say yare review. Enya President Mahama na ka say President bia ni ho a anaban bia ni ho a mfie na be so no amodi abuma. Ayere papa bi. Ana. See say oba nya mfie na. So why is he coming? One yare review. No na ka so 2 billion na. One fan education. See say on was about na be ye. Ni refi so kan asem nana. My matise na so makoya advert bi a o ka say obi aka se megu yi a enya no krese sei. O kan 2 billion. Man sana o be kan we. What can wa asem wa ya chi wa wi no. Afi na be remedial work. Enye Mahama. Wa mpasi a chimbota. Na ni papa nye minister. I then will call Tamale. Just to enjoy Northern scholarship. Kwame Nkrumah idea, Northern scholarships no and discriminating California here for Obianya bi. But person will enjoy Northern scholarship. Ofia Chimota, Oja Chimota call Tamale to enjoy Northern scholarship. Now to a case of Banu be yes, we the difficulty in even establishing those canin doing this canina everywhere. When you say California enjoy any year and enjoy Northern scholarship. When the father has the capacity to pay. Minya, na say nyon okoka say me catch us one yara refi nya yen. Be dia be kai no. Nya ono. And oka say was it drip. Wo mo kwoti say parliamentary candidate bi. And in the pictures at the time drip machines no bi ho a. Wo mo wa why wo mo nya de ho no. Inciting them to undertake illegalities. What he is forgotten, he say. Okoto laptop kakra 2.5 laptop bread students. Chire no answer na mbiem ne nan picture da ho.
Umie laptop na chi no.
Chire say chire say answer na obi BC ne picture da ho.
Ade a ode mamu sika epeche.
Yes. Ubie mu a usa ne picture ne ba first. Has he forgotten himself? One yare refinya Ghana for.
All right. Sorry. Yeni kai yema NPP NTRC say we a campaign message. Bro, old boy, we enye campaign message. Monya 8 years. Montre Ghana for naniama ye. Say Mahama say. Moya sa de we sa over the years enye campaign message. Enye nya Ghana for airport ni Mahama say. And I say Mahama can say na Mahama can say there be. Ni Ghana for airport ni say 8 years now yade share Monsano. What have you been able to do? Nempo monya 8 years monya hwe. Enti se mampani Mahama kire se aban bia ni ho a obetime de 4 years. Asolve Ghana for nyina hawo a. Oni Ghana for atem e the painful fact. Because senka sabio aban bi ebetimi ayusu 4 years. They are solving Ghana for now problem. Momonya 8 years. Why haven't you been able to solve Ghana for now problem? Mosa pray for more years. Monya 8 years. Okay, tia phase 2 kekakra bono munti binsi. It is a Mahama kase ababi anywhere. Obetimi edi emfie 4 years. A solving Ghana for now problem. Mahama was right. Penny cost for the past 8 years. And no say John Dramani Mahama was truthful. He was honest and he was sincere and straight to the point. Ampa Mahama can say ababi anywhere. Obetimi di mfie 9. Asolve Ghana for nyina ha unti and was say 4 years na mo de man on answer. Because enuma o sha say wentimi anwie. Which you can all testify. Saglami wentimi anwie ene enkofu aton. Ketia project wentimi anwie ene anwe ne se. Projects are hold wa Oshase went in Yenvi enunti and was say Monsa money 4 more years in Kahon. Now Ombrame complete all those projects now went to Envi no. Because Sabio me amiti hey if you give me 4 years to rule Ghana, it mean you so 4 years and fan solve all your problem. Now Ghana how be brebe, TFE a problem, Adriani a problem, and there is some poor year non a problem. Abai bay, any bit me the infi nine are solve all your problem. This simple, Mahama can say, why are we angry? Why are we mad? Na dear tina ye use Mahama and some dear campaign. Meanwhile, no, Obi Biedi Adansi say, Sansem na Mahama Ekaye was nothing but a factual fact. Say, Abai be any ho. Obiedi was and 4 years in a possible say. Yen fan solve Ghana for na problem by now. And call free anya infi what is make a Ghana for the problem be. So why do they need 4 more years? Common sense and logic. I mo dear Mahama the me mo dear you people can use 4 years to solve Ghana's problem. Monya 8 years. Then why do you need 4 more years? Because our 4 years no pono just mo diabro anase matra. Mo dear monya 4 years so monya 8 years. Mo search Ghana for say and so more. Now you need 4 more years. Now we are search Ghana for say Mahama di Ghana for time say or say no government can use 4 years to solve all your problem. Common sense and logic. After Mumrana Muntie and Sempotia Mahama di Tudra, which even Mahama clarified not too long ago. Say Mahama wasn't talking about Empo, the number of years. Mahama was talking about the impact. Alright? You go to Sempotia Mahama can concerning that issue. Na yen twaso in free. Listen.
Four years of a good leader will make more impact than 8 years of a dishonest leader. It's not about how long you serve. It is about how well you serve. It's not about 8 years or 4 years. It is about hard work. It is about truth.
All right. 81 said in the first part of the video, no, that was somewhere in 2016. John Dramani Mahama actually said, "Enfie na enso." Say mampani bia ni ho a obetimi edi enfie nan. Asobe Ghana fo nyina ha. Enu nti e na pe Ghana mra no. Say onya enfie nan no. Na say o prove ni ho say oye worthy say obese nya enfie nan a. Yes ama no 4 years ka ho. Say the be ya ne nyuma o hya ase no. Obetimi accomplete. Say the be ya in total no ebe 8 years. Eti Mahama kansa no kra enu nti na Mahama nya enfie nan anso na o say here 4 more years to complete a nyuma or chance I went to be. After all, me ede so be some say edienti na Mahama saba. Met me actually say Mahama saba because a nyuma or chance I went to be or sabe to aso because and confiba ye 8 years ni omuntimi to aso, which you can all see. Ketia phase 2. Mahama de 4 years esi Ketia phase 1 completed. Or share phase 2 as went to be. Any to tiano. And confirm by 8 years in it and anything. So what are we talking about? Saglami, time one Mahama a free abemo. It was about 98% complete, 2% tepe. And confia share manasema and ya tongue esa diama or mwankasa. What are we talking about? Sevia ya sabia afarimoni adia Mahama sha se went me ebesine 8 years ni and confu entimi emia no. It is a Mahama ba say Mahama Chemo in 2016 say mampani bia de ho a obetimi di mfie nan asolve all your problems no kre enu ntina ene Mahama Asaasepa Ghana for say give him 4 more years to continue from where he left. Boni benewum empo in the second part of the video no which was I think the recent video nanu ya ena Mahama Sachemo say Empo enya about the 4 or 8 years old. It's about the impact. Edientia 4 years under a competent leadership, a more meaningful, a more practical, a more impactful than 8 years under an incompetent president, which we have all seen by comparing 4 years under Mahama to 8 years under Bawumia and Akufo-Addo. Say 4 years under John Dramani Mahama was more impactful. Boa Ghana for just say and no Mahama to me you so the boy Ghana CC Ghana more than 8 years under Ekufuado anybody. 80 Mahama can say it is not about how long you serve or how many years you remain in power. It is about the impact. Sa impact ena enemy gina so ache Ghana for say yen sama John Dramani Mahama a second chance because 4 years na unya no he laid an impact and as he made an impact. Impact you all can see. Ibini Kutuka Terminal 3 Airport. Ibini Tamale Airport. Kumasi Airport. Ibini wa airstrip Mahama ye upgrading. Ibini Ho Airport. Ibini Ayasabia Hodwa Mahama si ye. Ibini Akwanya Mahama ye. Ibini Insu Mahama 2 ye. Ibini Dumso Mahama SOV ye. Ibini Free Senior High School progressively Mahama launch ye in 2015. And all these are the impacts of John Dramani Mahama's government. Itiene say Mahama chair say I need 4 more years, sir. At least 4 years will make impact. In this Osa check Ghana for say Monsanfa another 4 years in coming home. Or you're right. Say Obibisa Ghana for say Monsanfa another 4 years in coming home. Now so share Ekufuado. Ene ne ba omia. Bisa ho say 8 years ya omwenye. Edi ade na omwa ya yensanfa 4 years in ka ho na enye 12 years. When the question Ghana for na obi emisa ne ho. Say ne sebiu Mahama na onya emfie night me ye nyuma ma ene ba omia mu wia. Ya de performance track abremo. Ya chinkofo say omo wia Mahama nyuma nko over 67. Ask yourself say sebiu say Mahama and live impact bia edi na 4 years pa Mahama nyaye ene enkofu area Mahama nyuma na so enkofu enya 8 years of a presidency or in government. Edi etia say obi enya emfie woche o che nyuma wa ya owia nea onya emfie nan nyuma eno nkyere wo say nea onya emfie nan no o live more impact chain and I say o make more impact chain nea onya emfie woche no, and this is the honest fact. Edi ebiem na ye peti edi ebiem na ye ntiase e ndi say Mahama che say o say here 4 more years. Of course o say here 4 more years because 4 years na odi Kenya ya no Olivi impact. And once again it is not about how long you serve. Esan say enya about how long you serve unti ena Mahama nya mfie nan pe Olivi impact chain Ekufuado ene ba omi a omo enya mfie woche eno nkyere Ghana for say and about the number of years Aubenya is about the impact in a more practical sense, because about just the number of years na yeka ho asemanka enkofu anya emfie woche like John Dramani Mahama should come no close to them, because emfie woche no more years e che emfie 9. It is a moment nya emfie woche mpona se enemo kan nyuma na se mu wia Mahama na onya emfie 9 nyuma sebi Uganda for ye nipa ya nwene ho Ajeno yama ajene nyadwuma keke ye nipa o sabio yanya mmoa yanwene ho se obi a wanya emfie wotwe ewia obi a onya emfie na nyuma yanwene. Then again the second commenter o make here o chere say John Dramani Mahama chere say onya 2 billion na on spending all the 2 billion on free SHS. This is common sense and logic, because Ghana free SHS is not the only problem we have. Empu me so bisamia free senior high school any problem for Ghana. Because before Ghanaians were still paying school fees. A bad problem on poor. Like the government should have gone about it in such a way and Mahama go about it, Say yen shas here with the day student, yen shas here progressively. Say the Emma may a burden onto the government. It is a free senior high school is not the only problem we have in Ghana. Your school and at least the feeding program, textbooks are programmed and what have you. All these are problems affecting the Ghana education service. Enti mampenia wuni munyansa. Wadjinye edumasebi se unya 2 billion. Why must you neglect all these problems and spend all the 2 billion on free senior high school? Mahama Kandisa, this is common sense and logic. Na mumra na muntie ensempo tia Mahama kaye na enonso no yem break it down. Listen.
The government has budgeted 2 billion cedis for free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on free SHS so that even when people can afford to pay, they don't have to pay? Because today there's no system where if my child goes to a public secondary school and I can afford to pay, there's no system for me to pay.
And these were the words of John Dramani Mahama, which was nothing but a fact. Monsha dear, Emayen use tribalism, partisanship, any emotions in Mahama. Let us reason Mahama's words out. Say a system na ekufuado edi aban no etria fees for both the rich and the poor. Meanwhile, no empo in the advanced nations like US no entisa. Let the poor, let the rich pay for their rich children. Then government can cater for the poor. Ediatia, sir, uye sikania, uihia abayemua, usika. Ehiafo ena ehia abayemua. That is why if you go to the advanced nations now, they give social services to the poor people, to the vulnerable. Say bia busme bia aban ebua ama what you are renting here, they give to the needy, the poor people, and not to everybody. It is a you Mahama say you 2 billion na. You spend this escano in such a way say empo uye sikani na say ubetimi etua the fees of your child a menkotua aban tua ma wo ana nya sabe ne wom. Na say escano we can invest that money into something more profitable to benefit each and every Ghanaian, because free senior high school no is not the only problem we have as a people. We have so many other problems. And untina ene ekufuado de don't come by. Your children, some of them are still learning at a trees. Why? Because you intimi and solve our problem. No? The problem of air school and the trees and the feeding problem, no, we haven't been able to solve because Akufo-Addo is spending all the money on free senior high school policy. Ama empo. After spending all the money, no, they still cannot empo pay suppliers. They still cannot feed the children properly. They still cannot do the things that they are supposed to do to make the policy, worth it. And I say to bring quality into the policy. And to say, Mahama ka say onya 2 billion on spending it now on free senior high school. Any intelligent Ghanaian no understand Mahama. So Mahama wasn't just looking at the quantity. Mahama was equally looking at the quality. And until in 2050. Mahama launched free senior high school progressively. Mahama Chene said, let us begin with the day students, because if somebody can afford to take their word to the boarding school, it also say those parents are not doing so bad. Some parents, they are not, because boarding house, are more expensive than being a day student. It is a parent TV. It tells you say those parents are not doing so bad. It is Mahama Che say progressively let us start with the day students, then as time goes on say Ghana do some pension whereby we have all the mechanism and all the machinery and all the money to implement it in full, then we can as well cater for the boarding students. Mahama Kaniwe yanti Mahama say di Mahama tenan so and someone Mahama Kache is playing before our very eyes. Today, the government cannot pay empo suppliers and caterers. But they are here still accusing Mahama say, Mahama Che Ghana for say, if he has 2 billion on spending 2 billion on free senior high school. Of course, Mampeni Ben and Awudi Munyansa, Ubenya 2 billion overspending all the 2 billion on free senior high school policy. Mampeni Ben Awudi Munyansa. Especially in a third world nation. Especially in a nation Africa yetitre mampani ben na onimu nyansa unya 2 billion overspending all the 2 billion on free senior high school policy. America form ponya nisa, UK form ponya nisa, Germany form ponya nisa, na sebu common Ghana. America form ponya nisa na common poor Ghana. Nyansa bi animu. Then again, the last point he said sebu Mahama chiche RLG laptops any tablets. Emma soko nkwada na oso laptop na ni mfoni na baso kwasi anka onfa mfoni. Mahama na ode the laptop aba no. Se wanfa ono di mfoni anto so a onfa mfoni. Ana se Akufo-Addo mfoni ana na po neka Na po hene no ebese bend to a bed times 1,000. Imagine na put on screen. Imagine say also laptop and na put phone in eba so. Yee. And on pokra demotivate the students. Just imagine say also laptop for the first time na put and as Ekufuado and Abaomia in phone in eba so. Eno keke crampo no. A demotivating factor for the students. Na yeti Ghana ha. Ena ko 4 AD golden jubilee. Ghana at 50. Marset. Any t-shirt in your mark of 4 church na nakufo phone in a womb and also maset in ubi anakufo infuni ena ewo maset in emma eno crampono yes the NPP kale scrabble say crew maset no ho maset ana enye party biadia eye Ghana na yedi jubilee ena kofo twesika eno cross eska no crampono ye chemo e ka kofo balls ade no ho you run away kofo nko se by now crampono ya china tum anase ya boni to okono. The level of air TV, the level of air corruption, a course so time wana Ghana AD Ghana at 50 no. Ye catch them while you run away. Samre no t-shirt e buy a key holder e maset ni adi na ko fo emfoni na eda ho eno so e. Na Mahama eche laptop na se also na Mahama emfoni na eba. Sebi ubo ne be de wum. Na Mahama emfoni amanka hwan emfoni na emra emmoa. There you. Ade bi ho a ye nso so nsemfo so kra bim. Eye common sense and logic. Se Mahama mampani phone ama. Hwan phone na emra, ono na ode ne laptop aba. Emmoa, ne mra so ne bae. Ni phone ama, oko US a Obama care ho. Sebio. Healthcare no so no. Enye Obama sika na ode ye na so owie ye no oto ni di Obama care. Eno so e. Boni bi wo. Ono na di aba. Enye ni bottom sika mpo na ode ye krampo a. For the mere fact say ono na ode aba no obetimi de ni din atoso eti no Barack Obama eto ni din Obama care and also America fan complaining Ghana nkwana we find problem with everything Ghana nkwana everything becomes a problem. Mahama mobile ye and about me chair say watch laptop no way any tablet no e wa hefa eti enempo se mo gya to mo say Mahama mre so no Mahama nso che laptop dia e no che Ghana for say saa nyima we ya enkofu yi e Mahama na hya ase ena nkofu isuaye na so Mahama kra mre so na enye Ponzi scheme it was real. Se Mahama che Ghana for say or the laptop obremu a or the ba enkofu so de ye kan ye mfama it is a Mahama de laptop ba na se wo so na ni phone na eba me say anya Mahama phone anka enye hwan phone na po ene nka mowu ne hene be ten na fe na the nose will breathe on the laptop anka me say the central CPU be crash the drive no ebe crash edentia na po hene no so they share laptop mu a enkom kwasia kwa it is a Mahama edi ni phone eto so a it was justified we the problem be also we the campaign message say Mahama also laptop and phone na eba enye campaign message. This no be campaign message. Ukosi iketia wanya ni statue ense dem o ye otum for statue de see ho e no so e maka ho asem mo ba ye de na mo si kwase afo mmoa eti yen hye no so na yen ti bibia sese this year no mentie sa agandam we they add no value and they don't solve any problem. John Dramani Mahama and Assemble de Ghana Shenisa obetimi atwa ban no so ama Ghana yetimi a reset na ye mai Ghana no etimi afa ne ntomapa efra aha ena medemu ebesi midi Eddie Chairman Freemind. Enjoy the rest of your time and I'll see you in my next video. Makram.
Asante.